Missions Pulse. Know God's heart, join His mission.
I love how you're talking about, you're alluding to all these like divine intersections and divine connections you could have never seen. And
At all.
Yeah, because who knows what would have happened had you had gone to, well, we often see that if something doesn't happen the way we want it to happen,
Right.
we're dejected or upset or frustrated, angry, but when in fact, God has much better things for us.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, would you say then, if you're going back to compassion,
Yeah.
Jesus has compassion, Matthew 9.
Mm-hmm.
Do people need to go on an overseas mission trip to see abject poverty and thus have compassion for people? What I'm asking is, what's the role of short-term missions played in your life?
Short-term missions has been transformative in my life. Fundamentally, it has revealed the importance of short-term missions making long-term impact.
I see.
Some
Yes.
people do not have that vision or understanding that short-term missions, when done effectively, makes long-term impact because you support the sustainability of those who are serving long-term.
Yes.
Too often, especially from a westernized context within the church, you have missionaries who accept the call to go full-time, and they're virtually forgotten about. Other than brochures that are, posted on the church's bulletin board, or occasional financial support that they might get.
Yeah.
Short-term missions helps to serve as a bridge that connects the church to the long-term missionary,
Yes.
to empower them on the ground and say, how can we support you, to help you, to give you more fuel to keep going? Because too often, too many long-term missionaries are coming home and ending their time of service because they don't have enough support, because they're not remembered, because they're not being interceded for as fervently as they should be. And so that's one area. Short-term missions has been so transformative as well, because I'll always say that there are certain things we don't learn about God until we see His heart for the nations, because from Genesis to Revelation, His word is missional.
Yeah.
And so He is a God of all creation. He is a God of all peoples. And thankfully, now with globalization, the nations are at our doorstep.
Yes,
and so we're able to see it more. But too often, we are so kind of permeated by our own, or institutionalized by our own surroundings, that we are not able to see and respect and show love for those who are different from us.
Yes.
And so short-term missions takes you out of your context, puts you in another context, and reshapes your worldview.
That sounds horrifying.
It is so, it's absolute craziness.
But that's exactly what we need. We need to get beyond our own myopic vision,
Absolutely.
right? You get into a situation you're not comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
You stick out. You don't blend in,
Mm-hmm.
and God then is somehow able to use that environment, that surrounding, to transform you.
Absolutely.
And to give you a macro perspective rather than that myopic.
Yeah.
In Chinese, I always talk about this statement in Chinese, 井底之蛙. It describes the frog at the bottom of the well. And he's at the very bottom of the well, he's looking up, and his whole horizon is just a little blue dot. That's all it is. And I think we're often that 井底之蛙, that frog at the bottom of the well, and what we really need is the waters of the Holy Spirit to flow into that well, raise us up until our worldview expands and the horizons become so broad and you see all these different people.
Missions Pulse. Know God's heart, join His mission. This podcast is powered by Within Reach Global. Subscribe, watch, and listen on YouTube today. Visit missionspulse.com.